The Charles Richardson Show is uncensored and is for adults only. Mature or immature, doesn't matter.
Have you ever needed to cry, but just couldn't produce the tears? Maybe you're a kid looking to get more attention and free stuff. Or maybe you need to go to a funeral for someone you really don't like. Introducing Onion Eye Drops. Because we believe the world could use just a little more tears. Disguised as a regular, boring, run-of-the-mill eye drops, Onion Eye Drops is the premium moisturizer for the eyes of the absolute coldest of hearts. They're so effective that even Jason Statham swears by them a lot. Just squirt in a couple drops, and you'll be crying more than a grown man does while watching Terminator 2. Not made with real onions. Users who experience waterworks for more than 4 hours should consult a doctor. Eye drops may cause a stinging sensation, which may result in tears. Tears are not guaranteed. May result in the Zika virus. Find Onion Eye Drops next to the salty bandages at a store near you.
I am the bunny who hides your eggs and leaves you the sweetest treats. As I flippity flop and hippity hop with my big bunny feet. With my big long ears and my little pink nose, I'll be hopping down your street. But the only thing I ask for is a little privacy.
What the fuck did I just say?
Excuse me. Ashley gets buttercups, Amy gets peeps, and Amanda gets a bag of dried meat. Sam gets a card game, George gets a mermaid, and Sean gets a fresh new beat. That's because I don't have a naughty list, so you're all good with me. Just as long as you give me a little privacy.
Do you want to die, you little shit?
Woo, it's hot today. My marshmallows, jelly beans, and lollipops all make kids go ballistic. But it wouldn't be the same without a chocolate bunny,
Even though I know it's kind of narcissistic.
If you don't believe, then don't get mad at me when the Easter bunny doesn't leave a basket. Because if you do, then I'll put you
In a big dark chocolate casket. What are you looking at? Fuck off!
This year is extra special for all you special kids. Easter is on 420. Who knows what 420 is? I made chocolate brownies and Rice Krispie bars. This year's better than the last. So have a happy holiday and enjoy that Easter grass. Yes, have a happy holiday.
How come nobody leaves me treats? You people suck.
Yes, have a happy holiday.
I don't get paid for this. This is slavery.
Yes, have a happy holiday and enjoy that Easter.
That's it. You're fucking dead.
That's right, relationships easy to get into, hard to maintain. Why are they so hard to maintain? Because at some point you just stop talking. That's when everybody stops talking after a while. You know how you just come home and just start nodding. Yeah, yeah, we cool, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna get into something, yeah, we cool. Why do you stop talking? Because at some point you have heard everything this person has to say, and it makes you sick to your stomach. You know what they gonna say before it even comes out their mouth, and you just want to stab them in the neck with a pencil. You can't take the shit no more. And they're like, remember that time? Yeah, remember that time. Oh, I ever tell you about that? Yeah, you told me about the time. Stop telling me the same shit over and over again. Why don't you guys get kidnapped? Have some new shit happen to you. That's right. That's right. Fellas, you gotta talk. You gotta talk. Fellas, you got to talk. That's women's biggest complaint. You don't talk. You don't talk. You don't talk. You need to talk. Let's talk. You don't talk. That's why women love to talk. And that's right. They're talking in the Olympics. A man wouldn't stand a chance. Women love to talk, but they won't talk to you. They won't talk to their men. But women don't want you to talk. Women just want you to listen. I said, all a woman really wants you to do is ask her the correct questions that will allow her to run her fucking mouth. You set her up, she'll knock them down. Fellas, you want your woman to be happy? All you got to say is, how was your day? How was your day? Honey, how was your day? You know why? Because how was your day is a 45-minute conversation to a woman. And as a man, you don't really got to talk. You got to just act like you're talking. Like, get out of here. Go on. I don't believe it. You don't say. Really? Get out of here. Go on. I don't believe it. You don't say. Get out of here. I told you that bitch crazy. You got to throw in, I told you that bitch crazy. You know why? Because every woman's got another woman at her job that she can't stand. And women, y'all exaggerate everything. Y'all always turn it into some dynasty shit like, she's trying to destroy me. What the fuck are you talking about? You wrap up bags at J.C. Penney's. What's she doing, ripping up your paper? Sorry, fellas, you gotta talk. Women, exact opposite. Y'all gotta learn when not to talk. That's right. You ever notice how no man comes home straight from work? No man comes home straight from work. A man get off work, he got to go somewhere. He got to drink something. He got to smoke something. He got to watch the game. He got to hang with his boys. He got to take a drive. He got to do something that will mentally prepare him for all the talking he gonna hear when he get home. Ladies, it ain't that you talk too much. You just talk too much soon as we get in the fucking door. Let a man get situated. We don't need to hear everything right away. As soon as you take one step in, you're gonna believe that. Hey, let me get my other foot in the fucking door. Let me get something to eat. Let me get something to drink. Let me take a shit. Go in the fucking kitchen and give me my big piece of chicken. I'm out of here. Thank you, New York.
Mask, wear a mask. Is this really much to ask? Tie some fabric round your face. Oh, it's the simplest of tasks. At the gym, at the store, don't treat it like such a chore. No, these mandates aren't malicious. All your theories are fictitious. Stop the lies, stop the fights. No one's taking away your rights. All this speculation makes me need a flask. Come on and read some data. All you masturbators, wear a mask, wear a mask, wear a mask.
It's a mask, it's a mask. Heaven's sakes, it's just a mask. Such a shame that asking folks to follow rules gets you harassed. You can shout, you can glare, but listen, Karen, I don't care. Never seen folks so dramatic over a f***ing piece of fabric. Hard to breathe, feels too hot. Quit your bitching, there's a thought. Suck it up, and don't you give me any sass. We've got a lot to do, and it's not just the flu. So wear a mask.
Wear a mask.
Wear a mask.
Wear a mask. Wear a mask.
Wear a mask. Get your head out of your ass. Try to think of someone other than yourself is all we ask. While you sit watching Fox, ignoring science and the docs.
Wow, your ignorance is showing as the death
the past. Try not to be so grouchy, have some faith in Fauci. Wear a mask, wash your hands, and wear a
What's the worst day of the week that gets us all depressed? MONDAYSUCKS. Here comes more aggravation and a brand new week of stress. MONDAYSUCKS. Monday sucks. Monday sucks. Forever will it make you want to cry. Come along and sing your song, now get it off your chest. MONDAYSUCKS.
Live from the Raw Talk Studios in Southwest Florida, it's the Charles Richardson Show.
And everybody, what's going on? It is Monday, March the 13th, 2023. Welcome to the show, everybody. I am coming in here solo. My co-host is late, but going to cover here for a few minutes here while everything gets situated. What's going on, everybody? Oh, Florida and the spring breakers have officially arrived, or at least spring break down here is officially started. So luckily for me, I was able to go ahead and get the week off from work, get everything taken care of, and able to watch the little one here while spring break is going on. But it's like, we haven't had rain in so long, but it dropped a whole bunch today. I mean, it's like there was like tornado warnings going on, severe thunder. It's like, where the hell was this? Where was all this going on? It's like, anyway, but so it was kind of a washout. So if I wanted to go to like the pool or a water park or a splash pad with the little one, it's like, no, it kind of looked gloomy anyway. And so that's the way it's been going on right now. How the hell did touchdown crew get on this page? Anyway, maybe I just need to edit. But anyway, so that's cool. Anyway, 813-699-5353. Oh, look who decided to join us. How you doing there?
I don't have a mic.
No, you don't, because you weren't here, so I didn't have a chance to get your mic turned off mute. There you are.
Sorry, I had to finish getting the little one in bed.
Oh, okay. And it's only 8:12, so I mean, I guess it's all right. I mean,
Charles, usually he's in bed
Mhm.
in time.
Mhm.
So one night,
Mhm.
just stop getting an attitude with me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. I thought we had a pretty decent, go to bed schedule, but I guess I was wrong. So my apologies. I mean, it is what it is. So anyway, yeah, listen, to be honest with you, I'm over here like eating dinner, and it's like, shit, it's Monday. We got to do a show. It's like nowhere. I didn't even come in the studio at all. Usually, only time I'm in here is work and doing a show. And it's like, oh, we got to do a show. It's Monday. We got to do a show.
That's the other thing that put me back is I actually loaded the dishwasher too.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you very much for loading the dishwasher. Appreciate it. All right. So, anywho. So how's everybody's Monday going? You can go ahead and join us in the Facebook chat on our multiple venues that we have going on, like Just for Fun Radio and the Charles Richardson Show YouTube page and the Charles Richardson Show Facebook page as well. Make sure you go ahead and interact, send us a chat, or even call in 813-699-5353. Billy. Well, it's John Monroe, a.k.a. I'm in Facebook jail, Billy. Still got 18 hours on John Monroe Band. We get a snowstorm coming in Tuesday, 12 to 18 inches. Yeah, well, listen, I wish I had 12 to 18 inches. You're going to be lucky when you get that. Trust me. It'll be a lucky lady there for you for 12 to 18 inches. Well, maybe 12. Maybe 12. I guess depending on how thick it is. I mean, if it's like, if we're talking like, holding the football thick, that's one thing. But if it's like, And that's another thing. So anyway, but yeah, go ahead and interact here. Of course, you can always find us on all of our other affiliates there. So make sure you go ahead and tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So I'm over here taking a look. Bob Iger in Disney. Of course, we always leave with Disney news. Bob Iger is actually stepping down again so soon.
Really?
Yeah. So it's like apparently he's like, listen, we need to
So
go ahead
who's
and get a
taking over?
successor sooner than later. Apparently, so he hasn't officially announced when, but it's like, listen, we're going to work on getting a successor now. He did take a little bit of heat because a lot of cast members who are working from home basically got told, you got to come back to the office. So he's that's not going well with him right now. And also the pricing thing, it was just stupid. I'm looking at the pricing. They actually have a picture shared on Facebook. The price for a 1-day park ticket adult, $163. If you go ahead and add Park Hopper, which means you can go to more than one park in a day, it's over $212. That is for 1 day. 1 day. And I'm like, how in the freaking world is that possible? I mean, I'm assuming, yeah, Florida residents get a little bit of a discount, but not that much. You're still in the
it's not that
200s.
much.
Yeah, you're still close to 200 if you want a park hop. You watch annual passes, they're going up again. Watch, I'll bet you anything they're going to go up when you go ahead and get your renewal in a couple of months. I'm gonna cringe on that.
No, it's the end of this month.
Oh, is it the end of this month?
Yeah.
Gotta figure that out because actually
April 1st.
right. I don't see anything past April 1st when I try to book.
I can renew it now.
Yeah, but that's gonna jolt money out of your account now and not later.
Well,
It's weird how they work it, but it's how they work it. But it was kind of cringeworthy seeing the prices like they're side by side, and it's like if usually it's like they have the Florida resident 2-day pass, and it's like $100 or $150. It's like, geez, 2 days right now is like $300. You get a little bit of a break, but it's like, if you have more than 1 day, but it's like it ain't much of a break. You're still up there blowing dough right there. I'm telling you, but it's not stopping anybody. It's not stopping anybody. It's still there.
Higher than ever.
Yeah. I mean, they're still coming. They're still spending their dough. They're still taking their tax money and throwing it away for
and
2 nights.
People are still buying the lightning lanes and everything else too.
It's like, honestly, when you go ahead and say you're Bob, and you, of course, taking over CEO, you're the CEO of Disney, and you go ahead and say, yeah, we need to maybe make it a little bit more affordable for other guests to come in, families, and stuff like that. Everything seems to be going up. So, but maybe we need to make but how do you do that? How do you approach the board and say, yeah, we got to make it affordable for our families? And it's like, well, Bob, we're selling out already. We're close to capacity already. Why would you want to do that? Board members aren't going to buy that. It's like, listen, we're making a boatload as it is. Why would you want to take money from us? Really, Bob? It's like, cheapskate over there, great. He went ahead and increased cost, but the park's magic was lacking and everything. I hate to really be the person to say this, but it's like, I don't see Disney going down anytime soon. I don't see Disney going ahead and
people
regressing.
Will still go.
They'll still go. And now that they're going to have to, pay taxes, you're going to probably see that price go up even more. Maybe not as big of a jump over the past few years that we have seen, but you're going to see Disney go ahead and jump up again. They're going to have to go ahead and, pay the taxes that are due or whatever the hell this whole DeSantis bullshit is they're doing. I don't know. But I'm thinking it's like, cast members having to go back to work. Listen, that's what you started with, right?
Yeah.
It's what you started with.
And a lot of companies have already gone back to the office rather than doing it from work from home.
Yep.
Some companies like yours found that it was
beneficial
to continue to have people work from home,
Mhm.
but not all companies did that.
Mhm. Yeah, it's not a bad racket. You know, virtual call centers are, believe it or not, are more prevalent than you think. That they're, obviously, the Philippines and India and stuff like that. You know, they crowd 100 people into a closet and they set up a call center. But here it's like you got the servers and the communication like my company has, and the people that know what the hell they're doing most of the time, and you're able to go ahead and run an operation pretty smoothly. It's really good.
It cuts out the overhead. You don't have to pay for a building. You don't have, for leasing the building. You don't have to pay for maintaining the building. You don't have to pay for.
But it does
other stuff like that.
It does take the place where it's like, okay, well, we go ahead and we don't have to pay the overhead for the building, but we do have to pay the overhead to keep these servers now more than ever online. So it's like you're paying for something somewhere.
True.
But maybe the cost of keeping up the servers is a lot less than paying rent, because they didn't own their building down here.
Yeah.
I don't know how that is with Jacksonville and all the other places, but they were pretty quick to shut down Jacksonville really quick during the pandemic. And it's like, well, Fort Myers, we got a couple more years left on our lease. We may go back to work and Fort Myers. So it's like, well, okay. And then finally, people got pissed, like, "Oh, screw this! I want to go to Jacksonville now." And it's like, "Oh, okay, we get it. Everything's going to be virtual now, so that's cool."
Mm-hmm.
Will it go back to that? I don't know. I don't know really what's going on, but
well,
right
they've
now,
already dropped the lease on the building. I would think that they would continue to keep it the way it is.
There's actually, according to Ray, because he lives down there. He's saying that like Lee Health is taking over their building for call center purposes. So there's going to be a call center going back in there.
Yeah.
So it's kind of surreal that call centers are still a thing. Call centers are still going on. Even though let's face it, COVID is essentially an afterthought now. It's a foregone conclusion. You get it. Okay, you're going to get the sniffles, the sneezing, the coughing. It's a flu.
It's like getting the flu, yeah.
It's the flu, except it's a lot more spreadable than the flu. We get that, but it's like you're not gonna die anymore. Let's put it that way.
Well,
if you do, you have some other underlying conditions.
Right. And the flu's the same way. Some people die of the flu.
Yes.
Some people.
Yes.
Most people probably not. But some people do.
Yeah.
And that's the way COVID has become now. It's like some people will still get really sick or possibly die from it, but for the most part, there
was actually a scare in your office there where people started getting sick and people were testing positive for COVID. And it's like, oh, we may need to go back to a mask. And I guess that was short-lived.
It was about a week of probably about 5 or 6 people out at least.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they said wearing a mask was recommended.
Oh, they didn't even make it mandatory.
No, they didn't make it mandatory, but it was recommended, and they were doing within the clinic social distancing and just more frequent cleaning and things like that.
Right. So that's, and you know what, and that's probably not a bad thing, because we start to get into those ways where it's like, well, no more threat here. I won't clean that today. I'll take out the trash tomorrow.
Well, the trash gets taken out.
Well, but you know what I'm saying, though. It's like things start to go back and kind of go back to the bad habits that everybody was on it before. Everybody was like reminded, okay, sanitize, washy. Remember washy in Royal Caribbean? Washy. No more washy anymore. No, I don't. Is the people those companies that went ahead and produced those the sanitizers that aren't the regular ones you see on the shelves before the pandemic. They made their money, and that's it. Mask people made their money, and that's it. It's done. It's over with. You went ahead and took that small opportunity like Bitcoin. You went ahead and did it, and that's it.
Hey, I did make some extra money off of masks.
It wasn't a whole lot. You made like an extra, what, 10 or 15 bucks?
No,
Something like that?
I did pretty well for a little bit with them.
I guess.
Because I had people ordering like multiple ones, and I was charging $5 a piece. So then,
ooh, I'm scrolling down Facebook because honestly, I'll be honest with you guys. I'm over here on the mic, and I did not prepare anything. I was like in a blah zone today. It's like, all right, go to Walmart, pick up some stuff. I got the kid. We're just gonna go ahead and chill at home. He had his screen time. We were watching TV. He was nodding off. And, you know, the rain came, and it's like, you know, we couldn't do anything outside. He wanted to go to the park, but it's like, you really want to go to the park now? Yes. No, we're not. Stop that. He heard the thunder and started, you know, freaking out. Like, but he was all right. You know, it wasn't that bad. It was just a few thunder things. You over there at work, just literally 15, 20 minutes north of us, had a tornado warning for crying out loud. Was it really bad outside?
It wasn't. No.
Wasn't?
That's the thing is we're sitting there and I'm looking out a window as I'm working, and
it's like nice and sunny.
And yeah, it was. And I hear over the walkie-talkies, everybody moved to interior parts of the building. There's a tornado warning, and I'm like, is this some kind of drill?
There was probably rotation in the clouds, and they automatically signal if there's rotation.
Right, but I seriously thought it was a drill.
Yeah, I know. You would think so. It's like, well, what the hell's going on? There's nothing out there.
Because I'm looking and I'm like, it's sunny out. It's not even cloudy.
Yeah, right.
I don't know what's going on. So,
yeah, right.
So I, went anyway, and it was funny because Kathy was in there, and I said, yeah, I thought it was a drill, and she's like, yeah, with all those drills we've been having at school, I would imagine that you would think that.
You guys have had that? You guys had drills over there?
Fire drills.
Really?
Lockdown drills at the school. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Gotta run through those.
I haven't seen I haven't been there for a tornado drill, but I know they do them.
Yeah. They have to. They have to go ahead and have some
They
type
do
of drill.
lockdown drills, and then they do fire drills.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been there for both of those.
Very cool. I mean,
actually, several fire drills.
It is kind of cool to go ahead and see how everybody operates, and kind of curious to see what they do. Don't they have to line up in like a line or something, or get into the interior or somewhere?
Well, for the fire drill,
they line up in a line and get out of there.
Yeah, they line up and.
What did you for a tornado? You haven't been to do a tornado.
I haven't been there for a tornado drill, but when we were kids, we used to go under the desk.
I see. Yeah, because under the desk is going to help.
Well.
It's kind of like it's kind of like going in. It's kind of like
I think actually now for a tornado drill they move into the hallway.
It's kind of like the tornado drill. If you go ahead you climb underneath your desk, which obviously is not a whole big thing. As a matter of fact, I can't imagine a teenager getting under a desk, but. I'm just thinking about the Twister movie, and like when they're trying to run from that F5, they go into this barn with all sorts of knives. I'm thinking, yeah, it's pretty much about as safe as that.
Don't you remember hiding under your desk for tornado drills?
No.
As a kid?
No.
I do.
No, I don't hide underneath for tornado drills. Are you kidding me?
But
we barely got taught in education.
I think they move all the kids into the hallway if there's a tornado drill.
Yeah.
Because that's an interior building, part of the building. They might. I don't know about the kids that are upstairs if they have to go downstairs or something.
Yeah, I don't know how they work it out. I mean, I would think if it's upstairs, you're in the same ground. By the time you escape out of there, you may not have enough time to get downstairs. That's the thing.
Right.
So I don't know. That's kind of scary. But it's like, all right, tornado for Florida. You're thinking, you're not thinking F5 or EF5, whatever hell that you want to count it. You're thinking about a 0 or 1, something that's gonna, rearrange your patio furniture. That's about it. You're not really thinking about, you're gonna get your house destroyed or anything like that.
No, that's what hurricanes are for.
Yeah, exactly. We get the hurricanes. You people there in the Midwest, you get the F5s.
Poor kid. I mean, we just went through a major hurricane. So this one poor kid's going, "Is there a hurricane? Is it a hurricane?"
It's like,
She's
no,
like
they're
freaking out, and
yeah.
we're like, "No, it's not a hurricane.
Not a
It's
hurricane.
okay."
It's a lot worse if it hits us, but no, it's not. And it's again, it's very tiny.
We had to keep reassuring her, "We're safe. We're okay. Nothing's happening.
Everything is good. Everything is good." So, just again, it's like, we needed the rain.
Yeah.
And I'm glad we got a lot. I mean, it seemed like we got a lot of rain.
It'll probably rain again tomorrow too.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think you're right.
So we dismiss from the clinic at 3:00. Most of the kids go home at 3, and then there's a couple that come in at 3:30 for an evening session.
Right.
3:00 is when it decides to rain most of the time.
Right.
So usually we're having to take the kids out to the cars when it's just starting to downpour. So that's always fun. It was just sprinkling when we went out today, luckily.
Yeah.
But
no, it was it came down nice and heavy up here.
Well, I think
really
it did come down a little bit later, but at 3:00 when we were going out to the car, it wasn't
right
too bad.
So there you go. There was our first well, I can't say first. It was wasn't the first. Is it no, it's not spring yet. Spring's the 21st, right, of March. That's when the spring officially begins. I gotta take a look at the calendar. But I know this Monday through next Monday is spring break / teacher work day on next Monday. So the little one has this whole week plus Monday off. And I'm over here thinking, and I guess I'm thinking out loud, maybe a Disney trip on Sunday, because that's when his blackout is off. Maybe go to Guardians. Sorry, any chance I get a
I don't know.
You don't know. All right, well, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm over here thinking going to the water park, though. I want to go to the water park. We got nothing to do over here. Take the day off. Go to the water park with us. Just go ahead. We need to go to that water park. We need to listen, we got those enhancements to our pass. We need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, that's true. We didn't even use them.
Yeah. So, talk about it.
I told you my thought about the water park, though.
Yeah. I don't remember it, but I guess you'll tell me later. Anywho.
You don't remember much.
I don't. No, I'm old. I'm starting to get the aches and pains of being old, and I start losing my hearing. Well, I don't hear much anyway. I mean, you have to tell me 3 or 4 times that you're talking to me. But yeah. It's kind of crazy.
Remember to turn your ringer on your phone.
Well, that's a different story altogether, honestly.
It's a memory issue.
But yeah, definitely a memory issue. Definitely. I don't have much. I don't have much.
I'll be honest with you. I don't remember turning my ringer on my phone sometimes either.
Yeah, and I got on your case too, so.
But I've gotten better about it.
Yes. Well, listen, how often? Well, I mean, now it's more
it's
more
been
prevalent.
Every day recently.
It's been more prevalent now. I get it, but it's like, before it's like I'm in the car driving.
Why was it even on vibrate today?
Honestly, because I never turned it on when I woke up.
Yours goes on vibrate at night?
I turn it on vibrate at night manually.
Put it on to do not disturb between the hours of
I gotta look at that. I haven't
9
had a chance
o'clock
to do that.
and I mean mine I have it set that way until 7 a.m. unless it's mom or no, it's unless it's somebody on my contact list.
Mm-hmm. Right. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I gotta look at it real quick, because it's like, yes, I still want to take calls if my dad calls. I don't want to have it on do not disturb.
You can,
or if you call,
you can put it as you can either select certain callers, or you can say anybody on my contact list. But I don't know if there's anybody on your contact list that might call you after that time that you don't want to talk to.
Even so, I don't know. Yeah, usually I'm in bed and nobody's messing with me.
Well, my mom has a tendency to
Your dad
call
also
or
had to
text
text,
me.
yeah. Especially on Friday nights, your
At like
dad's
9 o'clock,
your dad's texting. It's like, hey, disc golf? Yes, okay.
10 o'clock sometimes.
Well, I wouldn't say 10 o'clock.
My
Not that
mom's
late.
called or texted me around 10 o'clock.
But your mom
before.
also is an insomniac too. So
Well, yeah, but she doesn't call usually any later than that because she figures we're in bed.
Yeah, we're sleeping.
Yeah.
Please leave us alone. We're sleeping. I'll have to take a look at the settings because I would like to set that up. I don't want to have to go ahead and
So.
But anyway. I'll have to look up those settings there. So you said something like do not disturb between.
Mm-hmm.
You're not looking it up right now, are you?
Well, yeah, I can while I talk to you.
You can?
Yes, I can do it while I talk.
You have the ability of multitasking, do you?
I do.
I see. First off, you go into settings. Where do I go? Do you go connected devices?
Sounds
display?
and vibration.
Vibration.
Oh, stop. Okay, then you go all the way down to do not disturb, and then it'll say until I turn off. It'll say for how long, and you can set it however you want. And then see, I have mine from 9:30 to 7 a.m.
Well, see, I see a schedule here from 10 to 7. Maybe I do that.
So calls and messages, you can select who's allowed to call you.
So
you can add specific contacts. If you just want to add me, my dad, my mom and dad, your dad on there, you can do that.
But see, here's the thing.
Nobody else can call you at that time.
I'm on Do Not Disturb. Okay.
Right.
And this is what I got. Do I go ahead and do I click on Do Not Disturb? And is my schedule, does that schedule take over with Do Not Disturb, or is that something different?
No, you turn that schedule on.
All right.
See
I turn
here?
on.
Mine is on.
I turn it on. Then what? Now I'm set.
Okay. So if
it says allowed during
calls
Do Not
and
Disturb.
Messages.
Yeah, none allowed.
Here.
Right.
Okay, so if you want specific people, it has a little thing, add contact. So you can take somebody from your contact list, select them, and it will put them on the list of people who can get a hold of you at that time.
Okay.
So if you just wanted to put like mom, my mom, my dad, your dad, and me on there, and not accept any calls from anybody else during that time, then you can do that.
All right. So I have Do Not Disturb. And it says, well, maybe I don't do the Do Not Disturb because I went ahead and clicked on Do Not Disturb. And it says until I turn off. Don't turn on Do Not Disturb.
Don't turn just turn on that schedule. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm over here.
And you can create another scheduled time block too for
that.
work or whatever.
I see that. 10 to 7. I don't want to create another. Well, for if unless you're calling, I guess. Yeah, maybe that's not a bad idea because I get a lot of spam calls.
Yeah.
That come in throughout the day. So maybe I just do that.
And I actually should probably do that for the time that I'm working too. But
see, I'm worried it's like if this thing's going to go ahead and put me to sleep and it's like all of a sudden I can't get calls from you because it's malfunctioning or something like that.
I haven't had an issue with it.
And you have it like that?
Yeah, but I have it set to anybody from my contacts list.
I get you.
So I mean, I can't get a spam call at 7 a.m., but they don't usually call that late anyway.
Right. Okay. So I'll put mine on.
Well,
actually, I shouldn't put mine on. I'm just going to put it on vibrate now. But still, it's like so maybe I add the schedule for the show from 8 to 10. Yeah, okay, I got it. I got you. So I can keep this on. I can keep the sound on.
Right.
And just put my shit aside.
Yeah.
Because I don't want any calls or text messages. Well, text messages, maybe no calls. No calls. I don't care if they're on my list or not. No calls.
Right. And that way And it'll still show up on your phone as a missed call, so you'll know that you missed a call, but it's not going to ring.
I see. Okay, I got it. Yeah. Well, all right. So this has been Tech Talk with Alyssa. Anyway. 813-699-5353.
But I honestly turned mine on that way because I was getting a lot of like game notifications and
why do you still get it
well,
when we're at bed right now? Do you not have the right time?
No, I do. That's the only thing I get at night when we're in bed is text messages or Facebook Messenger sometimes. I get. I don't know why. I thought I had turned that one off too, but I think because I was actively having a conversation with somebody.
Yeah, excuse me.
A friend of mine was messaging me the other night. I know what you're talking about because it went off a couple of times the other night.
Unless you have somebody with the exceptions on it.
No.
I don't know.
I don't think you can set exceptions for Facebook Messenger.
So this is a good question. My son is 6'5", a little over 300 pounds. He has autism. Don't want to embarrass him, but are there any rides he cannot go on? We went in November, but wondering about Tron. We went on Guardians.
Tron's not open yet. So
yeah,
unless he's got a preview.
Tron's not open for another 3 weeks, but they're asking. It's like, well, it's when it does open. But yeah,
honestly,
he can't go in the car seat.
He'd have to try the regular seat.
Yeah,
it's the only way to really know.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to test him. I mean, the only way to not embarrass him is like, hey, son, go ahead and pretend you're taking a picture on the bike and have the cast member like try to lock you in and test you and but I'm gonna be here taking a picture for you, like that. I mean, if he has autism, do you think he's gonna be embarrassed by him sitting on the test seat with everybody looking at him? You know what I'm saying?
Possible.
It's possible.
It doesn't. I mean, it's unclear exactly.
I guess depends on how severe the autism is.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, nothing against autism. Nothing against people with autism. It's just it affects people differently. So some people can take more than others. It depends on how severe it is. Bottom line is though, if he doesn't fit on the seat, he doesn't fit on the trike. He can always go ahead. He could always go ahead and ride the seat.
Well, and that's the other thing is if she doesn't want to embarrass him by having him sit in the test seat, he could just bypass it altogether and just
ride seat.
In the regular seat without even trying it.
Yeah, I gotcha. I mean, I'm 6'4", 6'3" and a half, 6'4", way over 300. I was able. It's not about. Really, isn't about how big you are. It's about your calf size. I mean, unless I'm like the anomaly. I am like big upper body from my hip up, but my hip down. I have a nice ass. Like I should have like a 220-pound frame on me, but I'm 330 or something like that. So it's like you see big fat slob from the top, and then it's like, oh, you got a nice ass though. I like that, but you're a mess going up though. So, and listen, I'm gonna take what I got. Listen, I'm gonna go ahead and say, yeah, I for a big guy, I got a nice tight ass. So respect the ass. I don't know how we got onto that, but okay. But it's not. It's back to the Tron. It's not about how big you are. It's it's that one size, the calf size, because that's where these bars lock you in. A lot of
people are complaining about being bruised afterwards too.
Yeah.
It's not even just paging Mr. Morrow. It's I've seen numerous posts about it.
Yep.
I saw one that took a picture of the bruises on her legs and said, "Tell me you've ridden Tron without telling me you've ridden Tron."
Yes. Yep. I think that's the only real way too. If you're looking at it. Anyway, so yeah, we got a little Disney talk going on. Listen, I'm not going to lie to you. This show probably is going to take more of a Disney theme, at least one segment per show, because we always find some new and interesting stuff. And Alyssa, we interact pretty well with Disney stuff. So any people that like Disney out there, go ahead and let them know that we will definitely have Disney segments going on, whether it be DeSantis buying Disney or just the actual park itself and the rides that we've experienced and other news going on, like this particular news. We're talking about Guardians of the Galaxy, right? Well, the ride had to be shut down for not a reason per se, for mechanical issues. Maybe had something to do with vomit.
Ew.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even want to try and clean that up.
No, well, they're probably using they're definitely using masks and like a hazmat suit and hoses and shit like that. But
that would be everywhere.
Yeah.
The way that ride moves you around, that would be everywhere.
Yep. The ride faced another issue recently, though it's one that Disney can't really fully be prepared for. I mean, it should be, but it's it's odd. The ride proved to be too much for one guest, with the ride coming to a complete stop after a roller coaster train was, quote, covered with vomit. Guests actually could see work lights turning on and illuminating the coaster track. As you can see below, there's a picture of
and how many more people
probably
vomited because of the vomits.
Because if
you
somebody
see
vomits,
it or
you vomit.
You smell it.
Yeah, and then you want to vomit.
You're gonna go too.
Right. The ride was shut down, so the train car could be removed from the main ride track and to be cleaned. We weren't sure, according to InsideTheMagic.net, they weren't sure how long the closure lasted, but we can assume the attraction was offline for at least 30 minutes. And 30 minutes, that's listen, when you go ahead and pack as many people into that ride as possible, 30 minutes is an enormous eternity.
Well, but how do they clean it that fast?
Well, I think once they take it off the track, they're ready to go to the next one.
But you don't think that there's vomit everywhere else? The way that ride whips you around, you don't think there's vomit everywhere else?
So it's very true. So they're probably taking it's like at least 30 minutes. So what they're probably doing is, they're turning on the work lights. They're getting that train off the main ride. Okay, we're clearing this off. We obviously know this is not going to be working until we get sanitized and cleaned. And then we try to keep moving. But with the work lights coming on, they're probably taking a look at vomit anywhere else and trying to clean up that area, or at least disinfect it and all that stuff. You're not touching it, but it's going to be like, well, there's going to be that misty smell going on that somebody vomited and puked. So that's probably like, you can add Rocket or Peter Quill saying, man, somebody vomited over here while we're visiting Mars or something like that. But I mean, once you have the train taken off the track, you do like a preliminary, get your sanitation gear out. Let's take a look at the floor and other stuff. Like if somebody vomited on the solar system that's out there, obviously that's gonna be all right. We're gonna have to clean that off real quick. Get some Swiffer out there.
Clean the moon.
Yeah, I gotta clean the moon. There's not really a whole lot. Again, we don't see everything.
Right.
So, but there's not what's there going to be?
There's
maybe on the floor,
all over the place.
Maybe on the clean the track. Maybe on the floor.
There's projection screens where all of the projections are. I'm just thinking how many people got vomited on.
Well, I think that's another story. They're just going to have to go ahead and get like free Mickey T-shirts and shit like that. That's if they said that the car was covered in vomit. Yes, other people
was other places too.
Yeah, it's probably other places. It's dripping off the car. And it's like you just imagine Jack's telling you are now Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh, I don't feel good. The car with the vomit rolls in. It's like
unless it was at the end that they vomited, like once they stopped, like once they were going slower.
I don't know. I don't think that would be. I think
because if you're
it's during the ride.
While you're going, it's
during
going
the
everywhere.
Yeah, it's during the ride. But where's it? No, listen. But the track is not a huge track. It is. It feels long because you're going to. It's basically like and I'm not going to compare it to, but it's like Space Mountain, where you take a look and you open up the track. The track's not that big. It's going all over the place in like a general small space. So
Yeah,
if this is kind of like that, which it looks like a little bit, if you take a look at the building, it's not a whole. It is a little bit bigger than Space Mountain, but it's not a whole ton bigger.
Right.
But you take a look at it, and it's like, well, we just need to go ahead and make sure that the track is clean, that there's not a possibility of any slippage going on.
Spray all kinds of Lysol up in that bitch.
Yeah, Lysol. Get that fresh new room smell for the hotel and everything like that. But yeah. So I mean, obviously, this is just something that you weren't prepared for. It's like you must not be a roller coaster person. Vomit on Space Mountain first, and if you can't handle Space Mountain, you can't handle this. There's no way. This is a lot.
They're
smoother.
not even comparable.
Tell me about it. Go ahead.
I'm just saying.
You rode both, and you liked both.
Space Mountain doesn't spin at all.
Doesn't. No, you're right.
It does not rotate you in any way, shape, or form. You're going up, you're going down.
All around.
Maybe go around a few corners, but you're not spinning.
Readjust your spine. Don't even say
I
it
haven't
doesn't.
been on Space Mountain in a long time. I want to go on it again.
Go on it. Yeah. Next time we go to Magic, go on it. I don't care. You can go on it.
But I don't like riding things alone. I like to have somebody there with me.
Well,
and it's not that I'm afraid to be alone. It's just that I like to be with people.
Well, yeah, I'll be honest with you. Listen, when I rode it alone, the Guardian ride, I rode it alone a couple of times, and it's like, it's cool because, all right, I'm talking to people in line and stuff like that, and occasionally, if I get lucky enough, I get somebody that's like, hey, this is my first time riding it. My kids are riding it. It's like, cool. So we're gonna get the car together. It'll be cool. We go ahead and sit, and it's like, all right, we're gonna go backwards. And then we start going around, and obviously new sounds, new sides. I know who's screamers and who are not screamers because I rode with people, just like, it's like, damn, make some noise. Come on now. I mean, who the fuck are you? Oh yeah, no, he's not a screamer. He's a yeah. He's not just a screamer. He's a yeah person.
Scream like a goat.
Oh my god, yeah. We gotta. You know what? I played that video, didn't I?
What?
That goat video.
No, I
didn't
think you did.
Can you? You can't find that for me, would you?
I can.
Would you be able to? Because I gotta find that. That'd be so cool. Space Mountain. Oh, he's 44. Okay. I was saying Steph could ride it with you, but it's 44 inches.
Yeah.
He just eked out 42. And I'm gonna milk that for all I can. But anyway, of course, guests can still enjoy everything else in Epcot. Of course, you got the you got the Frozen Ever After, the Grand Fiesta Tour starring the 3 Celebrios. And Remy's ride. Caballeros. Is that how you say it? Man, my Spanish sucks. And of course, you can stop in the Imagination Institute to catch up on Figment and journey into imagination and soaring around the world with the land of the land inside the land.
The land of the lost.
The land of the lost. Yeah, you feel like you're lost. You feel like when you ride that shit.
I sent you the screaming goats.
You. It feels like when you ride that shit, you feel like a dinosaur is going to come. I don't know why.
Oh man, I want to go on Dinosaur. That's been a while too.
You know what ride I heard?
Did they close that down? I thought they closed down Dinosaur right now.
But you know what ride I heard is coming back, and it's not Disney, it's Universal. Jaws. I heard they're making a comeback. They want they're bringing that back. So let's.
What do you think? Be scared
on Dinosaur?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I mean, I could be wrong, but we're not going to know.
There's like dinosaurs like jumping out at you and stuff.
When we've seen jumping out at you, like how close they really getting? They really getting that close? I don't know.
They look like they are. I mean, they're not really, but they look like they are.
So here is the goat.
It's actually several goats.
There's several. Okay, several goats.
It's just clips of goats.
And here we go. Let me get some audio in this thing. Lower it down because I know it's probably going to be a little loud. And here we go. Several goats screaming. Yeah.
What? What can I do for you?
Somebody walking the goat clean up after the goat. These are all goats, ladies and gentlemen, just in case if you listen to this on audio. Like an old lady.
Zapatero, ¿qué opina usted del gobierno de Zapatero?
Oh, God, that was a goat spinning.
Pues igual que yo. ¿Y qué opina usted? ¿Qué opina usted? ¿Qué opina usted del gobierno canario? ¿Y de los ayuntamientos de la isla?
Apparently they.
Sounded normal for a second. That's almost sad. Yeah. 813-699-5353. Screaming goats. Yeah, and we told Stefan to scream like that when he's on the ride. It'll help him.
No,
he wanted to.
He went on Thunder Mountain. He was screaming, "Yeah, yeah!" the whole time, and we were talking about how he was screaming on Thunder Mountain, and he goes, "I was screaming like a goat."
There you go.
Because apparently my dad had shown him that video.
No, and that was a very special video.
Yes.
I don't know why, but it is. All right, let's go ahead and go into our break. Getting close to the top of the hour. What happened?
Dinosaur isn't closed right now.
Oh, cool.
And Stefan's tall enough to ride it.
What's the limit? Was he not tall enough
40.
before? No, he was tall enough before then.
Yeah, but we've never taken him on because we weren't sure if he was going to be scared.
True. Well, listen, he got over his fear of Mickey Mouse. I think we're good.
I mean, we can try it. If he doesn't like it, then we'll just say, okay, we won't go on it again.
Yeah. Yeah. That's over in Animal Kingdom, right?
Yes.
Right. Sure, I got no problem with doing that. Animal Kingdom's cool.
I like Dinosaur, and I haven't been on it in a while.
Yeah, I haven't been on it either.
Because initially it was because Stefan was short, too short for it, and then once he got tall enough for it, we just haven't
really went to Animal Kingdom.
No, we haven't been to Animal Kingdom as much.
It's usually Magic Kingdom in Hollywood, and of course Epcot is one ride.
We need to go to Animal Kingdom.
We do. All right. Let's go ahead and take a break. Go ahead and clear off our schedule here. Get ready for the second hour of the Charles Richardson Show. First hour kind of flew by. When we return, definitely go ahead and learn about reusable water bottles. You know those things that you keep nice and handy? Well, I'll tell you something disgusting about them, but not until later. Get you time to adjust. The Oscars had a surprise visit. I'll tell you about what that is. Buffalo Wild Wings is being sued. I'll tell you what that is. And a new main food is becoming part of the National School Lunch Program. Yeah, it's not going to be anything exciting, trust me. And, of course, now there's a new trend. The bare minimum Mondays is a trend at work. Did your work have a bare minimum Monday?
No.
Apparently, the guy that shadowed you had a bare minimum Monday. Talk about
bare
that.
minimum number of words.
Yeah. Bare minimum of how many? Listen, I'll put $5 in last week. Probably won't even come in.
We'll see.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll talk about that briefly. And yeah, just stay tuned. We got about 7 minutes worth of music and a couple minutes on a break on a bit. Just hang in there, and we will come right back with more of the Charles Richardson Radio.
Off to grab a beer. We'll be right back after this.
Help! They're taking me straight to hell. I've got to fight back, a story to tell. Drag my body, pull me by my hair. Burning the seat my head, it's a lot of air. Put me in the cell, you can't take me out. But I'll find a way, without a doubt. Always find a way, always to the fight. It's not lying, it's all of the old life. Yeah, screaming. I'm gonna die. Yeah, screaming. What a shame, we can't think the same. Put up or shut up, you're going insane. I want the life, I want control. I want you to stop now, no more control. Let me be free, live in my life. Don't take or turn back, stand like a knife. Find your sanctuary, open it today. Do what you want, don't let it slip away. Yeah, get it screaming. I'm gonna die. Yeah, get it screaming. Go with the mind. We're getting it screaming.
Remember the first time it hit you when you're in your 40s? You have to go to the doctor and they have to do the old. First time I say, oh my God! I'm just putting on the glove, Mr. Williams. I went back the second time. I moaned another doctor's name. Don't do that. They get jealous. Who's Dr. Smith? You're the only one. And I appreciate now when a woman has to go to the gynecologist, you don't want a doctor who has a hobby. You don't want a gynecologist who's also a magician. No. You don't want somebody going, how are we today? Oh, a dove. Whoa, what's this? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on, is this your card? I don't want a doctor who is a proctologist and ventriloquist. No. I don't want somebody going, how are you doing today? Take your hand out of my ass. I'm not a Muppet. Move it. Because when you go to the doctor in your 50s, it's no longer it's the orthoproctoscope. It's a colonoscopy. That's what W did. Yes, it's a video camera on the end of a roto-rooter. And it's going up you. Suddenly, you're your own Discovery Channel special. Slowly, we are going up Robin's colon. This must be what you see. Slowly, up ahead, a burger he had in 85. Oh my God! Is that a polyp? Well, that's a fart, Mr. Williams. Don't be afraid. And then to go further up your ass, they blow air! Now you're a fucking party favor. No, Doc, give it to me. Give me all you can take. I'm a man. Give me 120 PSI. Wow, you feel like a piñata. You think little Mexican kids are going to come out and go, get the presents, get the presents. And I know the air is coming this way. The farts are going, incoming! It's not a... No finger, it's something that fall back behind the shit, wait for my command. Prepare to make the wet, sloppy noise. Because the moment they pull that tube out of your ass, you are an Evan Rude. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Keep that rolling, flowing, rolling. 40 miles blowing out of you. You put on your pants and you're flowing like a balloon spinnaker in the America's Cup. Coming about, Jimmy, she's yar. And then you realize, oh shit, fire in the hole. Tighten up, boys. We're not going to drop here. Thank you, doctor. See you next week. Hold the elevator. Fuck you, you bastard. 7 flights of stairs. Everybody you pass, you're going, it's me. Dogs look at you like, roll over, man, they're dead.
He's just a fat Howard Stern. This is the Charles Richardson Show.
Oh!
Yeah, Monday. It is the Just Make It Monday here on the Charles Richardson Show. Not the Naked Monday, the Just Make It Monday. Did not mean to, no. So we wanted to go ahead and show some love out there to the people that recently came out, did a fabulous job on my screens. I want to thank David and Karen for Hall Culling and Contracting, LLC. They're the team to go ahead and handle your screens or your tree trimming or your lawn maintenance or anything in between. Give them a call for a estimate, 941-204-1264. They're the team to go ahead and help with all that stuff, the lazy shit that you can't do or don't want to do. They will do it, but for a price. 941-204-1264. Go ahead and call them to find out that price. And it's probably not going to be anything that's going to be huge or breaking the bank. You know, they're fair pricing, and they do hard work. So make sure you go ahead and give them a call out. 941-204-1264, Hall Calling and Contracting, LLC. Very happy now to finally go ahead and open the screen door and not have mosquitoes fly in. That's great. Although I did notice there that there was one little itty bitty hole in one of the screens, but it's like, I don't know. It seems so little. It's like, I don't know. Maybe
Is
we
it
just
one
put some.
of the old screens that they didn't replace?
Yeah, it was the ones that was already existing, but it's very tiny.
Yeah.
I mean, but when I went outside to kind of inspect the screen, and it's like, all right, nice job. And I'm seeing a moth that was trapped in there that probably cut in while the screen was down. So it's like, come on, little moth, get the fuck out. So I was trying to be nice and trying to get like the little thing that just to go away, and it wouldn't go away. So
at least we didn't have birds in there this time.
yes, no birds. Even though the hole is still there for the birds to get out or to get in.
Well, and I think that's the thing was that because the screen wasn't there, they were able to get back out. Although actually it's starting to be springtime now. I bet they're going to start hopping around soon.
They probably
we
will.
have baby cardinals that get into our lanai through the dog door.
Yeah.
And then they can't figure out how to get back out. So
It's like,
I have to
get out by the way, same way you got in.
And usher them out the door.
Fidget with my caps over
with
there.
something, okay? I found something to fidget with because I don't have my tablet in here today.
Why?
Because I just didn't grab it before the show.
Anyway, all right.
So I found something else to fidget with.
Yay.
But anyway, so we get these baby cardinals and we have to shoo them off the lanai because they get stuck.
We have to shoo. Go away.
Well, they don't have like very good directional skills. So even when you open the door, they're still like flying around in circles because they don't know where to go.
They're like mosquitoes. They're like flies. They'll run into the window like 5 million times. The window's wide open. The bottom goes like, no, it just keeps going into the window. It's like they want pain. It seems like.
Well, no, I mean they're not hurting themselves. They're just flying up against the screen. But it's like they don't know they don't have any directions.
Those
so
are
they
flies
don't know where to go.
Those are flies that listen to heavy metal. They just head banging over there. But no, very happy to have our screens back up, and they did a wonderful job out there in the front. Everything came out really nice, and like I told Alyssa, it was nice and tight. And it's like she went on to a dirty joke line
he
up
likes
there.
it nice and tight.
Yeah, he likes it nice and tight. I know. What am I gonna do? Anyway, so anyway, let's one last thing about Disney, and it's not a good thing. So. Oh, Knights BlighCon, another pop singing group. Have to go ahead and announce them. Knights Blycon, Blycon. We're watching you from Greensboro, North Carolina, where all the other pop singing groups are. And they're also friends with Isaac Banks. So we gotta get
same people.
We gotta get Isaac on the show or something. Like, where the fuck are all these singing groups coming from? Are they the same? Are they the same group with different names or something like that? I mean, they're all in the same state. So I don't know. We gotta get Isaac. It's try to explain all this. Like, what the hell's going on? But anywho, we'll
It's just
figure it
Isaac
out.
messing with you.
Yeah, that's right. It's Isaac. That's all he's doing. He's messing with me. Anywho, all right. One last thing from Disney, and then we'll go ahead and move on with this.
He said, "I'm going to come up with another pop group name, and then I'm going to see if he mentions it on the air." He did.
I did.
So
I did.
Now I got to come up with another one
I
next week.
I may not mention it next week. I don't know, but. Apparently, Disney has come out with its first trailer with the new Peter Pan reboot. Peter Pan is going ahead with a new movie called Peter Pan and Wendy. The adventurous exploits of Peter Pan, Wendy, John, Michael, as they travel through the magical realm of Neverland, battling pirates like Captain Hook.
Haven't they already done 5 live action versions of Peter Pan?
Don't know. And then if they did, they really sucked.
There's Hook.
Yeah.
There's Pan. There's
Saucer.
Finding Neverland, which isn't really. It is related to Peter Pan, but it's not really the same thing.
I got you.
But
so today, Disney officials have released the first new look at the upcoming Peter Pan and Wendy movie. Yet the question remains in 2023, have there been too many adaptations?
Okay, that was what I just said.
Now, according to this, there's been a lot of feedback in regards to the film being woke.
Everything is these days. So
yeah, apparently. So I'm trying to go ahead because when they write these articles, they write good 3 or 4 paragraphs of bullshit about the history of Disney happened in 1963. And it's just I don't want to read that shit.
I bet you anything they changed out Tiger Lily and the other Indians.
So here's what we got. Disney appears to be using this chance to right some of their prior wrongs, as well as committing to more heavily to inclusion and diversity. Alongside Alexander Maloney is Peter Pan. Ever Anderson as Wendy. Jude Law plays Captain Hook. Jim Gaffigan, I don't know half these people. Gaffigan I've heard, and Jude Law I've heard.
Yeah.
But they have a whole bunch of fucking people I have never even heard of.
Jude Law, didn't he play the Joker in Joker?
I would have to take a look. I don't know. But even that, I could care less. There is also a notably diverse cast of Lost Boys, of whom not all are boys, as specified in the trailer, as well as a portrayal of Native American Tiger Lily that appears to be more accurate of a representation of Native American peoples. This is in contrast to the 1953 film's original adaptation involving questionable and stereotypical portrayals of the indigenous communities, including entire song numbers that utilizes outdated terminology and paint the community as exotic savages.
I was thinking of.
Yeah. Tinkerbell will also be portrayed by mixed heritage actress Yari Sharati, best known for her role in the sitcom Blackish, which marks a first for Disney in a marked deviation from the blonde-haired, blue-eyed Tinkerbell that is arguably the most well-known Disney mascot after Mickey Mouse. It's a visible change from Disney's past rendition for sure, but not that one that goes against any existing concept of Neverland fairies. For starters, people are upset because Disney is just putting out more of their infamous remakes, rebooting old classics to live action, or heavily CGI'd, over making new and original content. So that's one reason.
The thing being, with the Lost Boys, the whole thing about Wendy coming in was that she was the only girl.
Mm-hmm.
There were no other girls around other than Tiger Lily.
No, that's not the case. Now there's going to be transgenders. No, they're not. But I'm just saying it's probably. I wouldn't rule it out. I used to be a lost boy. Now I'm a lost girl. But as expected, the changes have also brought on some ear of some fans, while others defend the changes that Disney had made in 2023. YouTuber Patrick Dugal discusses the race-centric comments and opinions that are starting to take over social media.
I can understand representing the Native Americans more accurately. I can understand that. That's not really changing the spirit of the story. But the Lost Boys were boys. There's no reason to have girls because they were the Lost Boys.
So here's what we got. The checklists of woke disaster is what they're calling it. Woke disaster. A non-white Peter Pan, a non-white Tinkerbell, female Lost Boys. And it says here, and there is no doubt Peter will end up being bi, even though his character is supposed to be like 11 years old. Meanwhile, some excitement was projected, also has sprung up. A critic, John Roca, shares that you all will kill me for this, but I kind of like this Peter Pan and Wendy trailer. Wasn't sure if we needed another Peter Pan movie, but I kind of dig the approach here, the look of it, the action sequences, and the diverse casting. Count me interested to see the end product. So got a, I mean, it is what it is. So,
well,
and this is, we've seen Peter Pan in the male form, female form, and now we're going to see him in a non-white form.
I've never seen him in a female form.
During plays, he's played by a female.
But he's still portrayed as a male. They just use a female to play him.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying that's how they cast him.
Yeah.
So that's how it's going. But it is what it is. I mean, the Peter Pan, Wendy, I agree. There's so many adaptations of Peter Pan. It's like, why do you need another one? What's the point?
Yeah.
Oh, is it because now we need to go into society? We need to make everything a different culture and a different way of thinking. And well, yeah, the 1953 film was so doing away with it. That is not what we meant at all. This is what we meant. I mean, there's just a lot of knee-jerks reactions that's going on that I don't think is needed.
I mean, you look at all of these movies from the past, and it's not just Disney, it's any movie from the past, and there's gonna be things that are not politically correct anymore.
Of course not.
There's in any movie. I mean, take the movie Big.
Right.
We watched that. We rewatched that, and I'm thinking, the kid is 8 years old. And he's having sex.
He's 8-year-old, and
when he's big,
Yeah.
It's like you couldn't do that nowadays.
No, definitely
in a
not.
movie.
Absolutely not.
Because people are going to look at it and go, he's 8 years old. Maybe, I don't know. He might have been a little bit older than that. But you know what I mean?
He was like 12.
Yeah. 12 still. He's 12 years old.
But still. But listen, hey.
But that's just not the way things were back then. Nobody was even thinking about it that way back then.
And something.
But now that you watch it now, it's like,
if
well,
you wanna,
that's
if you want to defend Big, like nobody says they went ahead and banged. Maybe they could. I'm just saying.
It was fully implied.
It was implied, but you're making that own assumption.
Yeah, but it was 100%.
Yes. Did he
implied?
Did he
it
look,
was pretty.
Did he look a little happier the next day coming at work? Yes. Did we not saying? I mean, he could have been like just cuddling up with a female and
you know
kissing
they did it.
and all that. But I'm just saying, it's like
But and then there's other movies too where it's like you watch it and you're like, they could not get away with this nowadays. Everybody would be throwing a huge hissy fit about it.
Yeah. But that's the way it is with a lot of films. And you know
Yeah.
what happens? They don't remake big.
No.
No,
Well, they did.
They make little.
They did remake Big.
They did not remake big. Who did they remake big? When did this happen?
Well, they didn't remake it, but they did it. They did. Actually, it was Little.
It's called Little.
Yeah, but it's just like the reverse
It's
of
reverse,
Big.
right?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, it's like they didn't
And
remake big.
Just they did What Women Want.
What Men Want.
They did What Men Want.
Yep. Hey, you got to make it equal, right? Even though the second one has no interest in me whatsoever, because I need to know what women want.
Well, it was on just the other day when I had come into the room, and I wasn't really paying too much attention to it, but it didn't seem as good as the original one.
What
Anyway.
What
Men Want was on.
I didn't. Yeah,
it was on like TBS or something like that when we came in the bedroom, and then we ended up changing it before we got too far into it. But I was watching a little bit of it, and I was like,
should we give it a shot? I mean, is it really going to hurt?
It didn't seem that good.
No, I don't think it's going to be that good either. But I'm just saying, maybe we should give it a shot just to see. Let's not go ahead and judge it too over.
And
like we're giving La Brea a shot.
Yeah.
Which, anyway, I'm just listen. We need something new to watch, and La Brea just fit the bill.
The other movie that I'm thinking of that really wouldn't fly today. Oh, what the hell's the name of it? The one with Jack Black, and I think it's Gwyneth Paltrow, and she.
Oh yeah. It's I know what it is. I know what you're talking about. Then she portrays as a big person.
Yeah.
But she's small when Jack is in this hoax.
Yeah, I know.
I know what
exactly what movie I'm talking about.
Yep. You're right. That would not fly.
No,
Are you trying to make fun of fat people?
Because he sees her as being skinny and beautiful, like she actually is, and then they got her in a fat suit.
But you know what?
Is how she actually is.
But you know what?
He comes around in the end, and he does.
It does defend. So
he does stay with her after he finds out that.
Shallow Hal.
Yeah,
that's the movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like that. Honestly, isn't that bad of a movie if we really think about it. It's not that bad as a portrayal of, so yes, a lot of people look at fat people and it's like, ew. And this person portrays that. So now with this whammy guy that comes in and does the whole thing with him, now he hypnotizes him to see everybody skinny and beautiful. No, he hypnotizes to see the inner beauty of the person.
Yeah,
that's what portrays.
And it actually ends up that the people who are actually beautiful end up looking
like crap,
hideous to him because they're not good inside.
Yeah, they don't have a soul inside. So this actually really is not a bad movie. And I think that movie in 2001, definitely a movie that could go into 2023.
I don't know about that though.
I'm saying
because everybody's all butthurt about stuff. I feel like they wouldn't.
This wouldn't be a whole butthurt thing because the big girl wins in the end.
Yeah.
So would that be a bad thing? But yeah, you're right. Some of these movies that are made back in like the 80s, 90s, and even the early 2000s, it's like, yeah. I mean, what if you did it now? What would happen now? I don't know. But yeah, but there's another Peter Pan movie, Peter Pan and Wendy, coming out sometime in 2023. They haven't released an official date yet, but new Peter Pan, new look Peter Pan, new look Tinkerbell, new look Lost Boys, girls. So again, Disney going woke. Must be the DeSantis juice that they're drinking. Who knows? All right. 813-699-5353. Let's see. We got Knights Blackon said we watched also the big movie back in the 80s with Tom Hanks. Tell me, Knights, what do you guys think about the movie? Do you guys think it would actually, do you think it would actually fly if they remade it in 2023, or do you think it's, is it not woke enough? You know what I'm saying? Let's try to see what that is. But yeah, I agree. I think excuse me, not agree, but I think that Charlotte Howe wouldn't have an issue here this time around. I'm just saying that. Again, I could be. Listen, I guess if they recasted Jack Black with somebody who is black, I guess that's like, oh, we can't have a white Jack. We can't have a white guy play Hal. We have to have a black guy play Hal and a black woman. And
no, they wouldn't want a black guy to play him because then that would be portraying black men as shallow.
Oh, okay. But we can portray white men as shallow. I'm very happy to hear that. I'm just very happy to hear that this how society is nowadays.
It is,
like,
though.
It's just really fucking crazy.
It is, though, because if you portray a black person or any other race as anything but good, then you're attacking that whole race.
Okay, so we'll keep Hal white then. All right, we'll keep Hal white. Maybe go after a sister. You know, maybe go after a big booty sister, and there you go. That would work out. All right. Anyway, we'll do our producer, writer show later on. Hey, here's a study that may actually make it a little sick to your stomach. Some may find comfort in knowing that their reusable water bottle is saving the ecosystem one sip at a time, but fewer may know that it actually could be at the expense of their own health. A study from U.S.-based waterfilterguru.com found an average reusable water bottles can hold up to 40,000 times more bacteria than a toilet seat. For the study, researchers swabbed multiple household items, including toilets, dog bowls, computer mouses, kitchen sinks, and of course, reusable water bottles. Each item was swabbed 3 times before samples were sent in for testing and analysis. Researchers found that 2 main types of bacteria present in the samples were gram-negative rods and bacillus. The CDC says gram-negative bacteria can cause infections, including pneumonia and meningitis, and are increasingly resistant to the most available antibiotics. The CDC also says bacillus is the leading cause of anthrax, which can cause severe illness in both humans and animals. On average, the study found that straw-top reusable water bottles fared better than screw-on-top water bottles. However, the straw-top water bottles still had 14 times the amount of bacteria found inside a pet bowl. The findings, they said, more surprisingly, the average reusable water bottle was 40,000 times dirtier than a toilet seat. So what could you do to avoid these bacteria? Research said it's important to wash your reusable water bottles regularly.
And that was my question, was how often are these washed?
Right.
Are they something that, they're using all week and only washing it once per week? Is it something that they're using one time and then washing it?
So also the survey found that Gen Zers, I think that's us, right?
No.
What are we? Gen X?
I think so.
All right, whatever. We're not as advanced. But apparently you Zers out there, you zippers, clean their bottles the least often, with 16% cleaning theirs only a few times per month. Researchers said the same vessel that brings healthy hydration to your daily routine could also make you sick if it's not cared for properly. If you're feeling unwell, check in with your water bottle cleaning habits to see if bacteria and mold might be the culprit. They also recommend washing your water bottle once per day and sanitizing it at least once per week. Users should also wash their water bottles more often if they have been sick or filling it with something other than water, especially if it has sugar.
Yeah.
So apple juice, wash it right away.
Yeah.
Sanitize it right
So
away.
Gen Z is mid to late 90s and 2010s birth years.
Mid to late 90s and 2010s. Okay.
So, yeah, we're not Gen
All right,
Z.
we're not Gen Z. We do a lot better. We do a lot better. Yay. Listen, I'm just going to go ahead and say this really briefly about this subject here. I am not an Oscar fan or an Academy Award fan or anything with any type of an awards. Honestly, if there was a retirement award or a speech or something like that with my favorite player or wrestler or whatever the case may be, that I would watch. But the Oscars can go ahead and suck my balls. And just to further prove that how bad of a fucking show it really is, Cocaine Bear made a surprise appearance. You're right. The fucking movie Cocaine Bear, the fucking bear came on stage. Not came, appeared on stage, excuse me. Surprise appearance. Cocaine Bear director Elizabeth Banks presented the award for Best Visual Effects at the Oscars on Sunday with quite a co-presenter, the bear. Well,
okay.
Elizabeth Banks presented alongside a performer in a bear costume, and as the duo walked to the center stage, Elizabeth Banks stumbled and blamed it on the bear. Oh, no, you're just being a douche. During their introduction of the Visual Effects Award that went to Avatar, The Way of Water, which, by the way, I want to see. Can't wait for that thing to come out. On Disney Plus, that is. Banks explained that many of the great visual viewers come from the special effects artists and are not real. However, she provided some important clarification about her new film, The Coke is Not Real, it's visual effects. No shit, Elizabeth, really? Go back to fucking hosting Press Your Luck, okay? Oh, my God. She says of The Cocaine Bear, which was released on February 24th, it tells the story about a 500 bear who finds and consumes a bag of cocaine that fell off a plane. It was actually inspired by a true event.
Oh,
How is this a true event? Honest to God. Oh, my God. And they show the fucking bear, naked, of course. Later that night, the bear made a second appearance, pretended to bother activist Malaya Yousafzai, who was seated in attendance. Jimmy Kimmel spotted the bear when he was up there hosting. Says, Cocaine Bear, leave Malaya alone. Listen, the one thing I would watch it for would be Jimmy Kimmel, because apparently in his monologue and jokes, he referenced the Chris Rock and Will Smith slap and just wanted to put it to rest. By the way, neither of those two attended. One because suspended, which maybe he didn't want to anyway, and Chris Rock just didn't attend.
Yeah.
So
I don't follow the Oscars either.
Oh, neither do I. I could care less. I could care less who won what.
I don't follow any award shows anymore. I used to when I was like a teenager. I used to watch like all of the music awards because
don't tell me you watch
the
country awards.
Well, no, not the country ones.
Thank you.
But like any of the other ones, like the MTV awards, the Grammys.
But the MTV awards were fun.
Yeah.
So
and I used to watch the Kids' Choice Awards too when I was younger, but it was mostly because I wanted to see the Backstreet Boys because they were performing on a lot of those award shows. But
the Backstreet Boys. Now the Backstreet Boys aren't performing. It's like, well, I don't really give a shit.
And they're not winning anything either. So
no,
who cares?
well, nothing new's come out. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So it's like, they're from last couple of years. That's it.
Well, they had a couple of their Christmas songs hit number 1.
But I don't think
on the adult contemporary charts.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think you're going to get awards for your Christmas songs, to be honest with you.
Probably not.
There is a man apparently not happy with Buffalo Wild Wings, and so he's suing them over the pricey boneless wings, claiming they're just basically chicken nuggets. I see. I'm tiring you out there.
Stop.
But go ahead.
People will sue people over anything.
Well, listen, they're nuggets. It's not boneless wings. It's nuggets.
I don't care. They slap some buffalo sauce on it and it's a boneless wing.
Exactly. There you go. You know what? I'll be damned if they just don't use the Tyson Anytizers and put them on there, to be honest with you. Anyway, a Chicago man has filed a class action lawsuit against Buffalo Wild Wings, saying the restaurant chain is charging too much for its boneless wings, which are basically nuggets and not made from the actual wing of a chicken. I don't know about that. I'm not even fucking. The guy filed a complaint last week against the restaurant and Inspire Brands Inc. in the U.S. District Court of Northern Illinois. I assume that's
They're
what
not
this-
wing meat because they're usually breast meat.
They're nuggets.
No, but they're not. They're white meat. They're not the wing, and they're also bigger than the amount of meat you would get off of a wing.
Not really.
Well, I mean that. So you can't get a chunk that big, is what I'm saying, off
Maybe.
of a wing, or that shape.
Anyway, it's regardless of the point, but thank you for clearing that. According to documents obtained by Fox TV, the person suing contends that the boneless wings are actually not part of the chicken wing, but instead slices of chicken breast meat deep fried like wings. The lawsuit stated the clear-cut cause of false advertising should not be permitted, as consumers should be able to rely on the plain meaning of the product's name and receive what they are promised, the lawsuit said. Doesn't mean they can go ahead and call fucking chicken nuggets. That's fine, and they'll still charge the same price. What's your point?
Yeah.
So you just want to go ahead and change the name? Is that all it is? I don't understand.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Anyway, Mr. Hallam also contended that had customers known what the boneless wings are made out of, they would pay less for them, if at all. He also claims that he purchased the boneless in January, but after learning what they're made of, he said he regretted the decision. Lawsuit continued to add, as a result, Mr. Hallam suffered a financial injury. A financial injury. This is what it said. How do you suffer a financial injury? Did somebody rip a hole in your dollar bill? I mean, do you need a Band-Aid to fix it? I mean, what the fuck is an injury?
Common sense will tell you that that is not an actual wing. It is breast meat cut up and fried.
But like you mentioned,
common sense.
But like you mentioned, people sue about anything. Anyway, Mr. Allen suffered a financial injury as a result of the defendant's false and deceptive conduct. It makes it sound like they committed murder. My God.
And I'm still gonna buy it, even though I know it's not a wing. It is breast meat. I know that. I was aware of that from the beginning. And I'm still gonna buy it because I don't like picking around those damn bones.
The lawsuit stated that the restaurant chain began selling boneless wings around 2003, has become one of the most popular menu items. The lawsuit cited a New York Times article that said that the practice of selling boneless wings came from the rising cost of actual chicken wings and the decreasing cost of chicken breasts. Hallam is suing for false and deceptive business practices, among other claims.
That's just stupid. A lot of people don't like dealing with the bones.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of dealing with the bones. I don't mind. I don't mind a wing or having a wing and stuff like that. But I also find that the boneless wings or boneless nuggets or whatever, I find that the batter on them is so thick. It's like
it depends on where it is.
Yes,
where you're getting them from.
Yes, so it's like I find it like, you know, Wings and Rings. I like the way they do their thing.
Yeah,
you know, they don't use a ton of breading. You know, I like Mugs and Jugs.
Yeah.
That's a good boneless wing. I like.
Well, and even Wings and Rings, you can even actually get them without, you can get them naked without the breading.
You can, right. You can do that, but it's, But it is what it is. It's all boneless wings. So if you're suing Buffalo Wild Wings for claiming boneless wings,
there's a whole slew of other companies that do the same thing.
You might just go ahead and copy that lawsuit and slap it on Beef O'Brady's, on Hooters, on fucking Denny's, Tyson. You might as well do Tyson. Yep. Well, those are anytizers.
Well,
and they spell wings Y.
Yeah, they
That's
have
what they did
the wing. They have the wings spelled with a Y.
Yeah.
And actually, those are like wing-shaped chicken pieces. They're really weird and kind of gross.
I'm just saying, it's like, that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. Suing over the name of a fucking food. Like, come on, man.
So, you know, if you go to Dollywood and order a Dolly Parton burger, are you going to expect it to actually have Dolly Parton in it?
Yes, I want Dolly Parton's breast to be going ahead and barbecued with the markings, and I want to eat Dolly Parton's boob.
I mean, they call it, there's a lot of restaurants that will call burgers or different things after people. You expect it to be that person in the food?
This is particular. It's spelled W-I-N-G. So there's not, unless there is a man that or a person or that's named Wing,
I'm just saying, like, different restaurants come up with different names for things. I mean, go to Moe's, you order a Joey bag of donuts.
You're not getting donuts.
You're not getting a bag of donuts.
I should sue them.
Let's
Let's sue Moe's.
You're getting a burrito.
Let's sue Moe's. Hey, listen, I want to go ahead and get donuts. Then there's a bag of donuts here. I want to get donuts from Joey. Where's Joey? Give me my fucking bag of donuts.
Well, and that's the thing.
This is either super genius or super dumb.
Now,
it's one of the two.
I'm curious about something, so I'm going to look this up.
Good.
You know how on the menu it has like a description of what each thing is?
Right.
Does it say white breast meat?
So you're going to look at the Buffalo Wild Wings
Yes.
menu. That's not a bad idea, because Buffalo Wild Wings menu.
Because that's the only way I could see there being an issue, is if it doesn't say that. Because, if you go to order a Joey bag of donuts, it says, this is a burrito.
Right. So here, wings and tenders. Now, I'm doing this as so select your or location to be in the order. 2000, it gives the calorie nutrition. It doesn't really describe what it is. Oh, wait here. All juicy, all white chicken, lightly breaded, hand spun and inside. There's the fucking description. There's the description. It doesn't say chicken breast. It doesn't say chicken wing. It says all white chicken. Well, but if it's
white meat,
yes,
then that's gonna be the breast, because that's where the white meat is.
Yeah. So there you go.
So,
take it and shove it up your ass.
They don't have a leg to stand on in that.
They don't have a chicken leg to stand on.
No,
You're right.
they don't have a chicken leg to stand on.
They don't.
They don't even have a drumstick to stand on.
I haven't been to Wild Wings in a long time. I wonder.
No, I haven't either. Their boneless wings are, as you said, kind of heavy on the breading, and they're small.
Are they? Is that it? Really? I mean, have you been there recently?
We haven't been there recently, but I mean, I remember when we did go there. Their boneless wings are small and they're really heavily breaded.
Yeah, that's the thing. You go to Wings and Rings, which is another restaurant. Those
boneless
are good.
Wings
those
are big too.
Those are meaty, and they don't have that much. Oh, Knight is over here saying that we like the Hooter Girls.
See, I'm not a fan of Hooters. I mean, I don't even like the food.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Hooters either, but I'm not against Hooters. I mean, I like Hooters and the restaurant too.
You do.
Yes, but I'm just saying, relax.
Me,
yes,
so.
Well, that's not why I married you, but
that's one of the reasons.
It's one of the big ones, big two reasons. Yeah. All right, we're gonna go ahead and hit a break. We actually going to do one song in a bit, a short bit, and then we're going to go ahead and come back with good news. So don't go anywhere. And if you do go somewhere, make sure you come on back. We'll be right back and with our good news right after this.
Wrapping up the show with Alyssa's good news after a short break. I'm hungry.
Twisted tale of a man of hunger pains. What he did, he'll never be the same. Just one cut can't feel no more. Season by centipede multiply. But how many bodies are left inside? With the blood pouring around, no one looks up strange in town. Not knowing a thing. What's inside the needle train? How is it taken away? Fools left upon the day. Once it's empty, multiply. But how many bodies are left inside? How is it taken away? Fools laughed about the day. Once it's empty, multiply. But how many bodies are left inside?
I am extraordinarily busy, sir. I just wanted to ask about the chocolate. The lifetime supply of chocolate for Charlie. When does he get it?
He doesn't.
Why not?
Because he broke the rules.
What rules? We didn't see any rules, did we, Charlie?
Wrong, sir. Wrong. Under Section 37B of the contract signed by him, it states quite clearly that all offers shall become null and void if, and you can read it for yourself in this photostatic copy, I, the undersigned, shall forfeit all rights, privileges, and licenses herein and herein contained, etc., etc. Fax mentis incendium gloria culpum, etc., etc. Memo bis punitor delicatum. It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. You stole fizzy lifting drinks. You bumped into the ceiling, which now has to be washed and sterilized, so you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Search The Charles Richardson Show.
Oh, nailed it again. Love it. All right, let's go ahead and run right into our good news song. Get that lonely picture there with Alyssa, and she's going to go ahead and bring you something good to think about tonight.
A cat and rabbit team up to co-parent their litters and feed each other's babies. A cat and rabbit have teamed up as parents of both their litters after they gave birth days apart, and they even feed each other's babies. The bunny known as Amy became an interspecies nanny more than 2 weeks ago after Chrissy the cat moved her kittens into the rabbit hut. Destiny Hampton had set up a hutch for Amy and her brood, but after checking in one day, discovered Chrissy snuggling up with her own newborns. The discovery came as a big surprise because Hampton didn't even know the feline was pregnant. The photo on the left show, well, there's a picture anyway. I was a little worried at first that they might fight or hurt each other, said the 47-year-old woman. The wildlife rescuer and owner of Robertson Creek Farm in Tobaccoville, North Carolina, attempted to separate the pair out of concern for the babies. But that turned out to be a mistake. Both mothers immediately stopped feeding their young as a result of the stress. The animals were not only getting along well, they were co-parenting their young. Chrissy was feeding the baby rabbits. Amy is only feeding her young once a day, so Chrissy is often picking up the slack. They get along great, exclaimed Hampton on social media. They all want to be together, the babies and the mothers. It's so weird because the cat cats move their babies a lot, but Chrissy doesn't. I think maybe she knew that the rabbit mom wasn't making enough milk and wanted to help her. The main reason Hampton was shocked is because Chrissy isn't the nicest cat. Chrissy is feral. She won't let me touch her, but she loves Amy apparently.
Wow.
The babies are all doing great and cuddle all the time. And then there's a cute video of the bunnies and the kittens
Kind
and
of
the
playing
cat
together.
all hopping around
Oh, that's cool.
in the little pen. It's cute.
Nice. All right. Great news, as always. Make sure you go ahead and follow us on Facebook, our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Both search The Charles Richardson Show with the in the front. Make sure you subscribe to our Facebook channel actually like our Facebook channel, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is free to do, by the way. We need more subscribers. Please go ahead and get the word out or yell at the top of a mountain or something. I don't know. Just whatever we haven't been doing, please do it. By all means, we need somebody to yell out loud, like a lot. By the way, happy Spring Forward Monday. As you know, obviously, everybody is now sprung forward, and now it's like getting dark late again. So good luck to that. There is real quickly, we got a couple of minutes here. Apparently there's a new office trend called Bare Minimum Mondays, and we're not talking about the dress code either. Bare Minimum Mondays apparently is it's not about slacking, it's about self-care. Melissa Jo Mays, who's a self-employed digital creator, came up with a solution to the dreaded start of the work week. She keeps the first 2 hours of Monday free and schedules only 3 tasks for the day. I wish I had that ability.
Right?
Yeah, right. She says, as soon as the pressure was gone, I was more productive than I've been in a long time. She promoted the concept with a TikTok video, and of course, they went viral. She said, people relate to the stress that I'm describing and the overwhelm that I'm describing when they hear about the changes that I feel now they want in. Bare Minimum Mondays is the latest strategy designed to combat ever-increasing work burnout. According to the job search engine and review site Glassdoor, the phrase mental health in company reviews jumped 91% in the last 3 years, and burnout was up 42% in the same time frame. Bonnie Charuzzi, who is the Glassdoor director of marketing, says if employees are concerned about how this is playing out in the workplace, it's a great time to reopen the discussion about how burnout is affecting employees. Got to really look into that. While the bare minimum approach isn't possible for all workers, Mate says there are ways everyone can improve their day. She went ahead and stated, it's really asking these questions that can start to get people thinking about themselves as also a human in addition to an employee, and that doing less can be more. So there you go. But like in a job like mine, it's like, that's why they do have like a 10-minute prep time to kind of take a breath, review stuff, but that's not a whole lot of time.
In my job, there's not really
no, you gotta go
any downtime. You never know when a kid's gonna have a tantrum or start throwing stuff or whatever. I mean, so you've got to stay alert all the time.
Yep. Yeah, and that's stuff, right? But it's stuff, you know what? When you go ahead and enjoy a job that like you do, it really doesn't feel like it's a burnout because you enjoy it.
Well, there are times where it's like, oh, these 6:30 days are killing me.
Yeah, I get it. All right, that's going to about do it for us right now. We're going to go ahead and cut out of here. Happy Monday, everybody. We'll see you on Hump Day, Wednesday, as we go into the middle of the week. Stay cool, everybody. Make sure you wash your water bottles daily, and we'll see you on Wednesday. Take care, everybody.
too high. Get to see the light.